I literally gave them the answers to the test and they still failed.
What is the purpose of AI if it's not to make life easier, more efficient, more effective? Hey everybody, welcome back. Greg, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
And happy Saturday to you guys. We're so glad that you are here today. Hey, listen, we've got a banger for you, and we're not going to take a lot of your time. But if you don't know this guy, oh my gosh, where have you been? This is Greg Grieve. This is Rob's son, and he is quite the technician. He knows his way around the entire operation here at Nylund's Collision Center, and he's got some pretty decent information for us.
Absolutely.
Last week, we talked to you a little bit about AI. Well, we let AI do most of the talking. And many of you commented, an amazing number of comments in the section below that video. And it's kind of startling what AI is capable of if perhaps given the right prompts and or if it's doing the job that it's supposed to do. And that's probably where we're going to start our conversation, because it depends on who does the prompting to decide what the AI is supposed to spit out.
The result.
Yeah, I've always kind of said, Greg, that I don't like surveys, because the surveys are only as good as the questions that are being asked, right? And if you have an agenda with your question, you're going to get an agenda with the output. Well, the same thing applies here. So let me set the stage real quick here for you. We are going to be talking about an estimate that came through the shop this last week. Is that right?
Correct.
And it came through the insurance company that we are engaging with is Allstate. You might know them from their jingle.
You're in good hands.
You are in good hands. Oh, maybe you're not.
Not this time.
You might also know them from their other jingle, Mayhem. Let's take a look at where they land on our 2025 Insurer Report Card. Is it on page 1?
Nope,
no,
not on page 1.
How about page 2?
We might just have to skip some more pages.
Skip all the way?
Yep,
all right.
the way to the end.
To the end. The final page of the report card, Allstate lands, yep, that's right, 93rd out of 97 on the Insurer Report Card.
Let's find out why.
All right. So, Greg, take us through just a 30,000-foot level of what happened last week.
Yeah. So this vehicle originally came into our shop to be a guest pay repair.
Guest pay repair. That means they're not going to go through insurance.
Correct. Not going through insurance.
All right.
So I wrote them an original estimate, and then once we disassembled the vehicle, we discovered some additional damage to the quarter panel, requiring some calibration, some repairs, some additional repairs, and the bill went high enough that the guests felt that they needed to get their insurance company involved.
It's no longer comfortable to pay all on our own.
Yep.
Okay, so they got the insurance company. What kind of vehicle are we talking about?
We are talking about a 2016 Lexus GX.
Okay.
So SUV, larger SUV.
A little bit older.
A little bit older.
Yeah.
But still, a Lexus still deserving to be fixed like a Lexus needs to be fixed.
I like the way you say that.
Yeah. So they got their insurance company involved, Allstate. This was last week that they filed the claim. It was only this week on Tuesday that we finally saw an adjuster out. And this adjuster came in and he explained to me he's got a new app that he needs to be using.
A new app?
So an in-person adjuster, typically what we see when we get an in-person adjuster, walk them out, I hand them my estimate of record, or in this case, a supplement, because we did discover some additional damage where all the answers are.
Right.
And he still has to run all of these photos through an app for an AI to generate an estimate. And then he has to go back and fix all the stuff that the AI missed or got incorrect.
Wait. The AI is the new app that the adjuster in person had to come out and let you be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
He took pictures.
Yep.
So he's not doing the estimate. He doesn't have a clipboard doing the estimate.
No, he does not.
He's got his phone and he's taking pictures, sending it up to an app. The app comes back with an estimate, and that estimate is off?
I would say woefully insufficient.
Okay, well, let's put some numbers to it. What was your estimate of the damage, and once you found the further damage, what was that?
Yeah, so originally we were coming in around 2,800. Once we disassembled the vehicle, my estimate is sitting around 4,200.
Okay, so about $4,200, and that was by you looking at it, disassembling it, and seeing the actual
cataloging the damage, doing the research, making sure we're accounting for the calibrations that need to be done, everything that needs to be disassembled, safety inspections, everything that needs to be done to fix this vehicle properly.
All right, so here comes Mr. Adjuster, and he's taking pictures. It's my understanding that you actually held up some of the damaged pieces and said
for the AI to look at.
Yeah, don't forget this. Right?
Exactly.
Okay, and so he sent that up to the AI. What did the AI originally spout out?
The AI originally spouted out about a little bit less than $1,700 total.
17 is smaller than 42.
Yes, it is.
I'm just saying, I'm not a math whiz or anything, but it appears to be. You used the word woefully. $2 for that word, and yes, it appears to be woefully short.
Yes.
Okay, but we also realized that the job of the AI, well, the job of the AI may have been done. The job of the insurance company was just getting started.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So the adjuster just about doubled what was originally on there. For, he added about $1,500, so we're at a total of, let's call it $3,200. So about $1,000 short still of where my repair plan was.
Again, I'm not a rocket scientist here, but $1,000 short on a $4,200 thing is a little about 25% short, which is a big chasm when it comes to what it costs to repair the vehicle properly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A very big chasm. Still a lot better than where we were. But, if the purpose of the AI is to make things easier, what we typically see with adjusters is they come out, they take photos still, and then they go back and they just do everything from scratch. They might have a supplement, an original estimate, and they're adding to it. But everything's done manually and done once. Now, in this case, an AI does it, and now the insurance adjuster has to go through, review everything, and then add still everything that was missed.
Yeah, which
they're doing double work.
It led me to ask the question, what's the purpose of AI? If AI is in fact intended to streamline the human experience, it's not working.
No, not in this case.
Now, just because I can, I asked ChatGPT AI, why did insurers decide to employ AI estimating? And ChatGPT came out with some very interesting things at the beginning. Stay tuned to the end, because at the end there's but in your case, so hang tight with that. Number one, it says there are faster claims processing. Is that your experience, Greg?
No, it's not, and it really just leads to double work, is what I would call it in this case, because typically where an adjuster would come out, I might have even gotten their supplement that night, because this adjuster came out about 4:30, so it's still towards the end of the workday. I would expect to see something the following morning. I didn't see anything until the full next day had passed, and then the morning after.
Because the AI had to take some time to do whatever it does.
Exactly.
And then the adjuster had to come back and readjust and see all the things that the AI missed. All right. Reason number two for insurers employing AI is that it lowers labor costs. Let me read this to you. It says manual estimators are expensive and are limited by geography and availability. AI systems work 24/7. There are no travel costs, no scheduling delays. No scheduling delays. And it says one AI model could do the work of dozens of estimators, especially for photo-based appraisals. There's a lot of things wrong with this, Greg, including the fact that photo-based appraisals always come in short, significantly short.
Exactly.
It requires, I asked Greg earlier before we came to the filming of this. I said, well, what does this talk about? When you get into an accident and you've got the app on your phone and you break out the app and it says take the pictures and send them up. Well, that's all part of the AI system as well. But you don't know the pictures to take. You don't know the angles to take. You don't know where to look and point your camera. At least most of you don't. I see you, John. You know. All right. But it doesn't really lower the labor costs.
No.
Because the guy's still involved.
Exactly. There is still an estimator that was scheduled to come out and inspect the vehicle in person, totally missing the point of all of, bullet point number 2 here. Yeah. It still takes a person that needs to be scheduled, and he has to take all the pictures and do double work.
Yeah. Here's a point that comes up next. Again, the question is, why did insurers decide to employ AI in estimating? And point number 3, we actually agree with. It comes out and says it's got consistent and standardized estimates.
Correct. Consistent and standardly wrong.
Consistently wrong, consistently short, and standardized. Well, there's a fancy $3 word, but what does it mean? By whose standard are you measuring? If you're measuring by the standards of the proper repair, then it is by no means standard.
Absolutely not.
If you are measuring by the standard of what is the cheapest repair, now we found the standard. All right, here's the next one. It says AI makes better decision making through data.
Yeah. So in our experience, if I'm doing an initial estimate on the curb, what we call a curb sheet, I'm only allowed to account for what I can see. So even if I've had 10 of this vehicle hit in the exact same spot, the exact same damage that we see underneath, I can't account for it until I can actually see it.
Right. And that's what this is talking about, is make and model damage trends. And that really has no bearing on any individual case. Trends are only trends. Sure, you can say, okay, this car tends to, if it's hit in the back, tends to fold and buckle about, this stuff gets damaged most of the time. But you can't put most of the time in a proper estimate or a repair plan. And how about this one? Fraud detection. It says AI can spot photo tampering, duplicate claims, and inconsistencies in damage reports. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give you that one. Customer expectations. Customers can now expect mobile-friendly claims. That means you can do it from the comfort of your phone. Instant feedback, maybe not so much. See the multitude of recent videos that we've talked about where the guest is systemically cut out of the conversation line. And minimal hassle. Well, I guess if you're not interested in the proper repair, then that won't bother you. Minimal hassle achieved.
Yep.
Says that AI helps adapt to inflation and parts shortages. I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah, it just means more aftermarket and used parts. That's all it means.
Yeah.
And still, if, in this case, we're talking about a Lexus, subpar repair in that case.
Right. And like promised, if you stayed all the way to this point of the conversation, it says this. Here's the problem. Not everybody benefits. And I didn't say that this was for Nylund's Collision Center when I was talking to ChatGPT, but I do have an account and I do a lot of queries of ChatGPT. And it said this: independent body shops like yours often don't benefit. It's even bolded.
Yeah.
Don't benefit from AI estimating.
Absolutely.
AI tends to favor cheaper parts and quicker methods, not always OEM procedures.
Never. In my case, never. It often leaves us to clean up the mess and explain to the guest why they're short, and it just makes more problems. I have never seen anything be simplified by AI in this case.
In this case. And don't get us wrong, AI has its place, and this document that I'm holding is one of them. It's trying to help explain the process behind, or the why behind the process, I should say. It can miss hidden damage that a skilled technician would catch.
Absolutely.
You'll never get a robot to do a better job than the actual human eye, and a trained eye at that.
Absolutely.
And then finally, many AI tools are designed to benefit the insurer first, not the vehicle owner or the repair shop. That's AI telling on AI. It doesn't have your best interest, you, the consumer. It doesn't have their interest in mind.
Yeah, and it goes back to the point you made at the beginning. It benefits whoever is making the rules.
Yeah, and the final line is, this creates tension between repairers who advocate for quality repairs and insurers who want to minimize payouts.
Absolutely.
And who suffers the difference of that? You do.
You do.
Yeah, Greg, man, you combine the fact that we're talking about an insurer who is scraping the very bottom of the ranks of the insurer report card. You talk about a guest experience that is horrible.
Absolutely.
You talk about the chasm that lies between what the insurer is willing to pay, even after using cheap and sometimes salvage yard parts. It all adds up to bad for you.
Absolutely.
And just to address a conversation that took place after we had last week's video, somebody made the comment that it's, the insurers are here to keep the shops in check, because the shops are the one who are bumping up their rates to try to make the most amount of profit and so on. I can tell you from being here for 15 plus years, that's not the case in this situation here at Nylund's Collision Center. Our margins are small. We do employ a whole bunch of people in order to get the thing done for you.
Yeah.
And it's not the shops trying to bump up the price, but at the end of the day, it's, in our case, we're trying to accomplish the proper repair.
Absolutely. A Lexus quality repair for this Lexus.
That's it. That's it.
Absolutely.
All right, you made it this far through. If you thought this was pretty good, take a look at our playlist, and also don't forget to take a look at one of the other videos that we've made. I've got one right up here for you. We appreciate you for being here. Have a great rest of the day.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.